Hey there, science explorers. Welcome. Are you ready to solve a shocking mystery? Today, we're going to dive into the super tingly, kind of zappy, and totally surprising world of static electricity. All right, first up, let's talk about a feeling I bet you know really, really well. Okay, picture this. You've been walking across a big, fuzzy carpet, maybe in your socks. You reach out to touch a metal doorknob and zap, right? You feel that little shock. What in the world is going on there? Yeah, that little ouch moment. Sometimes you can even see a tiny spark, right? Well, that's a tiny little electric shock. We call it a static shock, and it happens all the time, especially when you're walking on carpets. So, to figure out what's behind that zap, we've got to imagine something invisible that's all around us. Let's call it the charged teeter-totter. It's going to make perfect sense, I promise. So, check this out. Everything in the whole world, I'm talking you, me, the floor, even the air, is made up of these super, super tiny things called charges. You can't see them, but they're everywhere. Kind of like little bits of power. And here's the cool part. There are two types of these charges. We've got positive charges. You can think of them as the happy givers. And then we have negative charges. Let's call them the takers. Usually, things are pretty calm. The number of givers and takers in pretty much everything is totally equal. And when they're equal, everything is balanced. You know, just like a teeter-totter when it's perfectly still and not moving up or down. But this is where it gets interesting. When you drag your feet on a carpet, shuffling along, you're actually rubbing off some of those taker charges, the negative ones, from the carpet, and they hop right onto you. All of a sudden, you've got way more takers than givers. Whoa, your charged teeter-totter is completely unbalanced now. And guess what? That big pileup of extra unbalanced charges all over you, that has a special name. It's called static electricity. Yep, you've basically become a walking, talking bundle of zappy energy. Okay, so now you're loaded up with all these extra charges. But here's the thing, they don't want to just hang out on you forever. Nope, they're looking for an escape. So let's see what happens. So what do you think is going to happen? Do all those charges just stay put? No way. You see, the world loves to be balanced. All those extra taker charges that you picked up are practically screaming to get away. They really want to find a place that has more givers so they can even things out again, and they're searching for the fastest way to do it. So when your hand gets close to something like, say, a metal doorknob, bam, they make the jump. That super fast jump of charges from you to the doorknob, that's called a static discharge. So that zap you feel, that's literally just millions of tiny charges all making a great escape at the very same moment. Okay, you want to see this for yourself, but without the whole doorknob zap? I've got a super fun and totally safe experiment you can try at home. Okay, first, make sure you have a grown-up with you. Now, get a balloon and rub it back and forth on your hair really fast. Go, go, go. What you're doing is the balloon is taking those negative charges right from your hair. Now, pull the balloon away from your head nice and slow. Whoa, see that? Your hair is standing up and trying to follow the balloon. That's because your hair has more givers now, and the balloon is full of takers, and they just want to get back together. Isn't that the coolest? All right, now get this. That little zap from a doorknob and your hair doing that crazy dance with the balloon, believe it or not, it's connected to something way more powerful out in nature. Okay, are you ready? That little spark you can make with your finger is basically a tiny, tiny, tiny version of a huge, super powerful static discharge that happens in the sky. Any ideas what it could be? You got it. It's lightning. It works kind of the same way. Up inside those big swirling storm clouds, all the positive and negative charges get pushed apart. The bottom of the cloud gets packed with negative takers, and the ground down below becomes full of positive givers. And when that buildup gets to be just too much to handle, the charges make a giant jump to balance everything out. And kaboom! Lightning! So the next time you see a lightning storm from a safe place, inside of course, you can think to yourself, whoa, that's just like the little zap from my finger, but like a million times bigger. It's really just nature's own super-sized static discharge. So cool. Wow, that was quite a journey. So let's do a super quick review. We learned that everything has invisible charges, positive and negative. We learned that static electricity is just when those charges get unbalanced. That zap we feel is called a static discharge. And lightning? Well, that's just the biggest, most epic static discharge in all of nature. All right, now it's your turn to be the science detective. As you go through your day, keep your eyes peeled. You ever pull laundry out of the dryer and find a sock stuck to your shirt? That's a pretty big clue. What else do you think might be happening because of these amazing invisible charges? You guys did an awesome job today exploring the totally shocking world of static electricity. The most important thing is to never stop being curious. Keep asking those awesome, amazing questions. Great job, everyone, and I'll see you next time.